Hello, everyone, and welcome to Highly Sensitive Planet. My name is Agakura. I am an HSP, a life coach, and an NLP practitioner. And in this video, I would like to talk a little bit about how I do believe that high sensitivity and strength do actually coexist in HSPs. Now, I don't know about you, but growing up, so I learned very late in life that I was an HSP, but I was always the sensitive one, or I was referred to as too sensitive or the crybaby. And usually, when people would say things like, "Oh, you're too sensitive," they would also be followed by sentences like, "Why don't you just toughen up? Be strong. This world is made for the strong and not for the weak," as if being highly sensitive was being weak. And I do think that this is a misconception that exists a lot around being sensitive, and that we HSPs will have encountered a lot, that people assume that because we are sensitive and in their eyes we are too sensitive, we are actually weak. And the aha moment actually came recently when I was doing my grocery shopping. So I live in France, which is why you're going to see this in French. But watch out wherever you're living. Next time you do your grocery shopping, drop by the tissues compartment and you will see something, a tissue that says something like this. So here it's in French. It's douce et résistant, which means soft and resilient, strong. And I've seen that even the English speaking tissue boxes say something like ultra soft and strong, sensitive and strong, strong and sensitive, whichever way. But this made me think, if something that was made and created by humankind can have these two attributes, why not can they not be found in one and the same human being? Which actually I do believe they are, and I do believe that they can be found in HSPs. Let me explain why. So, most of the time, the world focuses on that side of us that is sensitive and feels deeply, but is also has this deep empathy. Now, I do believe that in order for you to be empathic, in order for you to be able to show empathy to someone, or even feel and go so far as to feel their pain. So, what happens with highly sensitive people is that we also process things on a deep level. Now, just imagine someone is telling you something that has occurred, that has happened to them, and they're deeply shaken. You are able to show them your compassion, your empathy, and to even feel this pain almost as if it were your own. But then at the same time, you're also able to take that in. You're not there and you're saying, "You know what, I can't listen to you. This is too much for me." So, in order to do that, you need two things. You need the empathy, which I would refer to as the sensitive side, and this, how do you say, this feeling for someone's hurt and even for their need for your empathy. And you need the capacity to go to that place with them, to the place where they're hurting. You don't just leave them at the door and say, "Okay, bye, thanks for dropping by," but you actually are able to take their hand, to hold their hand while they're reliving whatever it is that they're reliving or going through, and you're able to feel and hold their hand. Now, that to me are two things that you're doing here. You are being sensitive, you're being empathic, you're being compassionate, you're feeling, and you're being strong. Because otherwise, why would they feel that comfort? Have you ever heard someone tell you, or you yourself having the experience that you tell someone something and then you'll have to comfort them? Well, most of the time with us HSPs, we actually do this. We listen and we comfort, and we go there and we feel, and we're not afraid to look other people's pain in the eye. And so here is my wish for you, is that you start seeing your sensitivity actually as your strength, and you start seeing yourself as a person who, just as the tissue made by man, and you are mankind, start seeing yourself as highly sensitive and strong at the same time. They do not exclude one another. Maybe I also believe that they feed one another. They feed on one another's strength, because we're talking about strength. And I think that when I was a child, I would listen to adults talking about someone and say, oh, they're so strong, they're such a strong person. And then sometimes I found that these people that were referred to as strong actually, I didn't know how to word it when I was a kid, but now I'd look back and say they were hard. They had become hard. So when you are hard, just think of hard soil. It's really difficult for feelings or for compassion, empathy to actually penetrate your heart. While when you're strong, you say, you know what? I feel the pain, but I'm also able to hold it, to carry it, and to share the pain of the other person. So please, don't let anyone tell you that because you're sensitive, or that your sensitivity is weakness and you are weak, or you have to be strong. You are strong, believe me. So here's to your sensitivity and to your strength. And I hope to see you in one of the next videos. Bye.